Hey, 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 my beautiful angels. How are you? It is I, it is me, it is she. Pure wisdom. I want to welcome you to my video 2, my second video of Bridging the Gap video series. In our first video, we discussed on physical reality and spirituality. What is that? And what is bridging the gap? So we spoke on that a little bit, and our second video will be tailored towards energy in the human body, right? So I hope your week and your weekend have been going well. Your life has been going well. You've been staying in your center and working from the inside out. There are so many chaotic things and so much turmoil upon our planet, and right here in my backyard as well, in Charlotte, North Carolina, where our human species is broken. There are so many people that's broken, and again, this goes back to bridging the gap. You're bridging the gap, because if you don't bridge the gap, there will continue to be the things that you see in the media, the things that you see on social media, or the internet or television. It's going to be much turmoil, and it's not going to get better, because we are afraid of that gap. We are afraid of bridging that gap. So that was the purpose of me coming in to create this whole entire video series in itself, Bridging the Gap. I want to help you. I want you to know and understand the underlying truth behind the big picture, right? So in our first video, I spoke with you about physical reality and spirituality. And I kind of want to give you a recap before I go in depth into this video and the topic. But physical reality, what is it? It is the outside that you see. It is the earth. It is the illusion. It is the perception of the outside world. Whether that is the trees, the grass, the human body that you see, any animals, whatever the case may be, that is our physical reality. And then spirituality. What is spirituality? Spirituality, my definition of spirituality is just true, authentic living. Living who you truly are from a soul aspect. We all come with this this car, our body, right? I call our bodies our car, and our vehicle, and it's driving us, but deep down inside there's something bigger that is guiding this car, right? You have a car, there's an engine and a transmission. The engine and transmission is much bigger, but you have to have the engine and transmission to work together to even get the car going. That's just like the human body. That's just like the soul. In order for the human body to function properly, you have to work from a spiritual perspective, which is your soul, your true authentic self, your intuitive, with that still small voice inside of you. That is what spirituality is. Spirituality does not hold any judgment. Spirituality is pure love. Spirituality is God or your higher power. And that's what spirituality is. It is not a religion. You know, you have all of these religions that people attach themselves to. Spirituality is not a religion. It is a lifestyle. And the lifestyle is living from within, from your soul being. And that is what physical and physical reality and spirituality is. And bridging that gap between the both of them will allow you to manifest miracles in your life. So we're going to go into what I like talking about, energy, right? And the human body. Now, the human body, it is, I'm in healthcare. I'm a nurse. So I studied, going through school, I studied the human body in depth. And our human body has many organs, vessels, and many things, components to it. But The human body is made up of the scientific table. Science. You're talking about atoms, molecules, compounds. All of those things, they build into one solid organ in your body, or one component in your body. And that is the human body as a whole. Now, as we know, science is the true methods of life. You kind of, if you want to kind of go back a little further and say, okay, well, science created all. And with science, you have the human body, you have the reproduction of human species or any type of species that is within inside the human body. That is what the human body is responsible for, reproducing and guiding and driving you to your destination, taking you through your journey to get to your ultimate destination, and that is to live a fulfilled life. How do you live that fulfilled life, right? That is bridging that gap between the physical reality and spirituality. The human body can sense, the human body can feel. We have a brain, right? That little thing up there. We have a brain, and that brain is a major component for the human body. The brain is a rational. No, I'm going to take that back. The brain is an irrational thing. It is an irrational tool. But as a soul, spiritual being, you have to rationalize the many thoughts that come through the physical mind. You take an animal. We humans are animals. We're mammals. But if you take a creature, a four-legged dog or a cat or a bird or whatever, orangutan, elephant, whatever animal you can think of, take that animal and pay attention to them. We, as the human species, are the only species that can rationalize our thoughts. Our other animal species, they live from that thought, and it's natural. Their natural habitat, they live from their driven soul perspective. They don't have thought process. I mean, they have thought, but their thought is of natural divinity, and that is to eat, that is to survive, and that is to reproduce, right? So with these animals, they reproduce. Let's use a cat, for example. A cat, they do only what they're supposed to do: eat, sleep, survive, and reproduce. They don't get caught up in trying to decipher whether they want to eat a mouse or if they want to eat cat food, right? They don't decipher. They don't rationalize with themselves, because they're operating from natural divinity, from their soul core, from their spirituality, from their authenticity, from their divinity. That is what the animal species, except the human species, we make our lives much more complicated than what it's supposed to be, right? We are able to feel. We are able to give our opinion. Very, very, very opinionated we are, human beings. And that is not our purpose. Our purpose is to get back to the natural aspects of life. And that is to eat, sleep, survive, and reproduce. Survival. Survival is living your authenticity. Whatever your soul, your divinity, your intuition speaks to you at that time. That's what you do. That's what you live. We as human beings get so caught up in what's right and what's wrong that we forget to live, because we're so consumed with judgment, when we're not even the ones that need to be judging anyone. Judgment comes later, right? We are supposed to learn our lessons. We are supposed to truly learn our lessons and continue to live and reproduce and teach, right? You look at the animals. Again, I'm going to go back to the animals because this is a perfect scenario. I use this scenario all the time. You know, animals, we are irrational people. The human species are completely irrational because we take our life that was meant to make simple and we made it complicated because of the human body, right? And because of all of these many components, and most importantly, because of the human mind. We ponder around with our thoughts. We are raised, we're taught, and we are programmed to see, to live, to do what we saw growing up or what we were taught growing up, whether that was through your parents, through politics, through religion, whatever that may be, guardians, whoever, you were programmed. I know there's someone that will probably say to you, or you're like your mother, or you're like your grandfather, or you're just like your uncle, or whatever. Well, that person had a great impact in your life because you watched them. And with you watching them, you grew up as an adult doing and mimicking things that they did. So now you have to go through this process of retraining and reprogramming yourself, the human body. The human body is supposed to just, again, eat, sleep, survive, and reproduce. But we get caught up in everything else. That is the human body. Focus on balancing your irrational mind and rationalize from your authenticity, from your soul, right? Rationalize from that space. Energy. What is energy? I love energy because energy is all there is. Weather, rain, our thoughts, the words that we speak, they all are energy. The stars, the moon, the universe, the galaxies, the scientific table is all energy. The universe is all energy. We all are one. That is why it's easy for us to feel someone else. I know you may get a saying, or someone may say to you, oh, I was just thinking about you. Or, oh, my head was hurting, and someone say to you, oh, my head was hurting too. All of that is energy. Anyone that you're connected to in any form, you're going to channel their energy as well as they're going to channel your energy as well. You're going to connect with it. And with energy, there's good and there's bad, right? There's light and there's dark. You have to be very mindful of the energy that you expel. The human body is made up of energy. Again, I say to you, you have to be very mindful of the energy that you expel. Even with your words. Your words are energy. I know you may have seen a speaker somewhere, or a pastor, or a thought leader, spiritual leader, whoever. They speak, right? And then when they speak, they might do a few things. Grab some water, pause, or just don't say anything at all and just allow the feeling of authenticity to come through. That is as well as for you. Energy. You don't waste your energy, because as you waste your energy, you're draining your physical body, your human body, right? Your thoughts. Your thoughts. You constantly think. Your thoughts are energy. I know you have heard your thoughts are your reality. What you think and what you speak is what you create in your physical world, your physical reality. That is true. That is why you have to be mindful of the thoughts that you think, the words that you speak, and also what you see. Because everything is energy. Anything that you see, hear, touch, or feel through your 5 human senses or your 5 species senses, you're programmed. It is embedded in your subconscious. What is your subconscious? Your subconscious is this small little part back here in the back of your brain that receives any and all information throughout your day. Whether it's that through touching, feeling, seeing, or hearing. All of those senses is energy. And inside of your subconscious, that is a irrational part of you. Again, the human species is so irrational. And the subconscious mind is an irrational thing. The only job for the subconscious mind is to just receive all of the information. Just like a computer. A computer constantly receives all the information and then it distributes what is for you or what is needed for you at that time. It suggests to you what is needed at that time. That is just as your subconscious. Your subconscious suggests to you or open you up to something you have seen, heard, thought, or felt, or smelled. They open you up to that when that next time comes for you to experience. For, is there a lesson for you to learn? Is there something that you need to see out of it? It is something that you need to do. Whatever it is, your subconscious replaces those things. So again, there's good and there's bad and there's light and there's dark, and it's up to you to rationalize what are you, right? Because as we know, with energy creates our physical reality. It creates our physical reality. And that is why you have to bridge the gap between your physical reality and your spirituality. You have to allow the energy within you to guide you. No more irrational behavior. No more irrational thoughts. Now, from now going forward, you're going to make a solid commitment to preserve your energy, to rationalize your thoughts, and be mindful of what you consume through touching, feeling, smelling, seeing, or hearing. With these things, with these vital tools that I have given you, and this insight and clarity that I have shared with you, it allows you to further bridge the gap between physical reality and spirituality. Your energy is sacred. Your energy is all that you have. Your energy is your true soul perspective. But you have to preserve it. Because if you don't preserve your energy, you're not going to remain clear. You're not going to remain balanced. So there is a need for you to understand how vital energy and your human body relates and connects with bridging the gap between your spirituality and physical reality. Again, we're focusing on manifesting miracles, right? And in order to manifest miracles, you have to bridge that gap. How do you bridge that gap? The human body. Stay in tune. Stay authentic. Stay operating from a soul perspective. You are divinely guided, but you must pay attention you must remain obedient, because it is through your obedience where you manifest your miracles. It is where, in that gap that you bridged, miracles are made. So as you go about your day, I want you to be mindful. I want you to take a moment and just connect with your energy. Connect with someone else's energy. Preserve your energy. And be very, very mindful of what you touch, feel, see, smell, or hear. All of those things determine how you manifest your miracles. So, Angel, I want to leave you with this message. I hope that this message resonates within your entire being, because I want to assist you in manifesting miracles. And how do you manifest miracles? Bridging the gap between your physical reality and spirituality. Become one. Align them. And watch how your human body becomes a magnet. Becomes a magnet to all of your goals, dreams, and desires. My angels, that is all for this message. That is all for this series. Stay tuned, because I have more for you to delve in and explore within your entire being. But until next time, you guys be blessed. Much love, light. Namaste.